All right, guys. Sorry about not been shooting any video lately. Last like 3 days or so. It's been super busy, lots of stuff going on, and I've had not a whole lot of things to show. We're on area 3 now. We pulled from area 2. The last couple days at area 2, all we caught was some possums and some people's dogs. So that place was clearly played out. So we moved now to area 3, started setting up these farms, and today is the first check day. And this is the first location of the first check day. Right over here, we have a dirt hole. Big old dirt hole right here in this edge. And where we are is on the edge of this 2-track on this bean field. And then there's also, it goes over there into another bean field across the creek. And then there's also this edge with a little trail. So basically everything is coming together right here. It's a great spot. So put 2 dirt holes in. And this was the second dirt hole. And had a coyote here. Good fur. Dark color, but a good fur. So we'll take care of this coyote, and we got a couple of other sets right over there on the other side in that edge of that field, and we'll check those. And then we'll put this one back into place, and I'll show you the remake. This one's clearly vocal. All right, here's the remake on this set with this coyote right here. Just put the dirt hole back, I mean, there is no backing, so I just kind of threw some of the dirt up here on the backing. This is really good dirt down here in this bottom. Here's where we are down here in this bottom. Is they put this bean field in here for the deer. There's no cows on this place. It is simply just used for hunting. That's why they want us in here. And so it's got really good dirt in this bottom. Put the trap back in, put some federales and some positive attraction down in the hole. I stuck a rock down in there just to kind of make it harder for them to get it out, because it's a big wallered out dirt hole at this point. And that's it. We're gonna let this thing ride. Smells like a coyote. Should be a great spot to catch more. And now right over there on the other side of that little blind, on that side of another bean field, there's a possum in one of our traps. So we'll go over there and deal with Mr. Possum now. All right, so this was the dirt hole where we just caught a possum. Just put the debris back up on the back side, put the dirt hole back, put the trap back. Where we are is we're in this alfalfa field right along this edge. The creek's right there, so everything is running this edge. Everything's running this edge. On that side, there's also a trap over there on that side. And then they're crossing the creek right here in this cut across. And then on the other side is bean field, and that's where we just caught that other coyote. So there's 4 traps here, 1 over there, 1 over here, 2 on that side. It's a tremendously good spot. So that's why we're putting so many traps in here. And got rid of a nest eater and a coyote at the first stop, and now we're moving on to the rest of this property. All right, here's the remake on another possum catch. And it was a dirt hole. Just threw some debris up there. Possum destroyed the backing for the most part. Traps right here. And that's it. Right along a 2-track. There's another 2-track right here. And you got this big fence right here. It kind of blocks them in. And then the 2-track goes on down this way and goes all the way down to the bottom. And you got like a kind of an area that they've bush hogged and try to knock some of the brush and stuff out. But big thicket, big open field over there, that is not part of the land that we can trap on. But lots of critters and lots of things coming together right here with the different 2-tracks and the fences and everything. So it's a good spot. We trapped this area last year and did really well here. So we'll keep running them. All right, guys, still setting up this farm. Got done checking traps on this farm, and I'll show you here in a minute what we got at the end of the day. But here we are right now is we're on top of this hill. There's kind of a Milo food plot right there. This is just all grass and tall sage grass and whatever. And the farmer, or the landowner rather, has bush hogged around his food plot. And you can see he's bush hogged down to the end and kind of around to the backside a little bit. So you got this cut right here, which creates this edge. This is the outside edge that goes down through here. And then over here, there is another food plot right here. And then there's another edge right there. So we're gonna put a trap on that edge. Got a trap up there in that corner. Got a trap down there where these two come together. And then we just put a trap right here, which was a big dirt hole. You can see I put a big old hole in right here, and kind of use some duff and whatever to kind of cover it up, make it look like it's kind of natural, like whatever was digging here is just digging it all around, making a big old mess. And then bait and lure down in the hole, and that's it. Little red fox urine on the back, and we are good to go. And anything that's coming by here, whether they're coming this way or whether they're coming this way, ought to be able to see that. And hopefully we're going to catch a critter right there. All right, here's another set we're putting in. Where we are is we're in this little cut here. We have this edge over here, which is woods and pine trees. And then out there, it's tall grass. Then there's a cut right here. And then over here and down there is like a Milo food plot. And then there's a cut right here. And where we are is right here on this corner. We're using the wind to our favor, and we have a dirt hole put in right here on this edge. It's a big kind of flashy dirt hole, deep. It's like 10 inches deep down in there. And put the trap out here in the front. Kind of made a big splash here, and that's it. That's all we're doing. And we have another trap over there, and then we have another trap down there at the very end. So anything that's running through this field, we should have a pretty good chance to get it with all these edges and corners and grass and food plots, and there's all kinds of sign in here, so we should be in good shape. All right guys, so we're down in this bottom. You got all these different drainages that are coming together. This field, that field over there. 3 different roads come together right over there. And we were gonna put a couple traps over there, but then as we started coming over here, we started seeing all this scat. You can see I found some right here, and I just put a dirt hole in here and I used it. And then there's more scat over here along this edge, and put another dirt hole in right here and use that. And the reason that all this is here is if we go right over here, I don't know if you can see it right there, but there's a dead deer right there. And apparently it was gut shot, and the landowner didn't find it. And apparently it was dead for a day or two, and it was old and rancid. And so basically that's where it is. So it's being eaten on right now. There's a bald eagle down here earlier that was eating on it, and there's all this scat here because these coyotes are coming in here now. So that's why we put 2 traps right here. And if you notice, right over there is the deer along that creek and all that tall brush. We put the traps out here, out of the brush, because I want to stay away from the raccoons and possums as much as possible. And obviously you want to stay away from all the raptors that are there. So that's why I never set traps up near a carcass of any kind. But I'm, 15 yards away out here in this open field, right here on this edge. This is where all the scat is. The cows are telling you they're here. So, and we put these dirt holes in. So hopefully when these critters are coming down here, they're being attracted to this deer, they're going to be attracted to these big dirt holes that we put in here. And they're big and flashy on purpose. And we want to be able to catch them. And hopefully there's a double here tomorrow. All right guys, so into check day 1. Finished setting up the second big property, and we put 10 more traps on that particular property. So we have 2 properties set up now, And then tomorrow we're gonna set up a third. And then the next day after that, we're gonna set up a fourth. So we'll have 4 pretty good sized properties set up. So we'll probably have 40 plus traps out, 50 maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Today we got one coyote, 3 raccoons, and 2 possums. So we're gonna haul all these over to the skinning shed and start skinning all these babies up. So 3 raccoons, 2 possums, 1 coyote for check day 1. So this is area 3 and we'll keep rolling on.